Okay, we're talking about the factorizing method to find the lowest common multiples of a number. We've got three numbers here, 6, 8 and 32. And I'd like to find the lowest common multiple of these numbers. Now, it's easy using this method. It doesn't matter whether you have two numbers or three numbers that you're comparing to. It's exactly the same method. Step one, break the number down into its prime number. 6 isn't prime. It can be broken down into 3 times 2. 3 is a prime number and 2 is a prime number. 8, we can get 8 by 4 times 2. And 4 can be broken down, because 4 isn't a prime number, into the prime numbers 2 times 2. So 8 consists of 3 prime numbers, 2 times 2 times 2. 32, we can get that by 2 lots of 16. 16 isn't a prime number. We can get 16 by 4 lots of 4. 4 isn't a prime number either. We can break down 4 into its prime numbers. So we can see already here that we have an awful lot of 2's. So if we're going to use the technique where we now identify where do the numbers occur most frequently, we can see directly that here at 32 we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 occurrences of 2. So they will all need to be in our lowest common multiple. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 5 times. So we don't need to bother at all about the 3 that were here, because we've already used our 5. This was where it occurred most often. We don't need to bother about the 2 and the 6 either, so we've already finished our 2's. Then we look, is there anything else that doesn't occur in the other ones? Yes, this 3 doesn't occur anywhere else. And the 3 occurs only once, and it needs to be in our calculation. So if we were to then look at multiplying these together, 2 times 2 would be 4, times 2, 8, times 2, 16, times 2, 32. 5 lots of 2 will of course give us 32. So we get 32 times 3. 32 times 3 is 96. So using this method, I'm saying that the lowest common number that all of these could be divided into is 96. Let's just do a little check. We'll do it in a different colour. 96 divided by 6. 6 goes into 9 one time, 3 left over. 6 goes into 36 6 times. 96 divided by 8. 8 goes into 9 one time, 1 left over. 8 goes into 16 2 times. 12. 96 divided by 32. 32, 64, 96. It goes 3 times. So this shows you that the factorizing method works. It gives you the lowest common number that all of these numbers could be divided into. 32, well, 8's would have gone into 32, but 6 wouldn't have gone into 32. If we'd taken 64, 8's would have divided into 64. If we just increased this number, multiplied this number first by 2, then by 3, then by 4. 8's would have gone into 64, but 6 doesn't divide evenly into 64. 96, each of them divide into. So let's look at a question that was in your books, and it was actually about 2 cars racing around a racing track. You're playing electric cars, and you've got one car that's going around the track, and it's taking 60 seconds to go around. And the other car is only taking 42 seconds to go around. And the question is, when are these cars going to meet up? How long is it going to take for these cars to meet up? Well, if they start at the same time, you need to know when they're going to meet up. And the best way to do that is to break down 60 and 42 into its factors. 60 could be broken down into 6 times 10. Neither of these are prime numbers, so we have to continue. 6 can be represented as 3 times 2, and 10 can be represented as 5 times 2. Now we have all the prime number factors of 60. 42 could be represented as 6 sevens. are 42. 7's a prime number already, 6 isn't. We need to take it down to 2 prime numbers, 2 times 3. Then we look to find the lowest common multiple. When will these cars meet again? And we have a look here and we say, right, where does 2 occur most frequently? In the number 60, it occurred 2 times, but only 1 time in the 42. So we'll use the 2 times that it occurred in the 60. Let's look for the number 3. The number 3 occurs 1 time in both of them, so that will be included 1 time. The number 5 occurs 1 time in the 60, so that has to be included. And the number 7 occurs 1 time in the 42, so that one has to be included too. So the most number of 2's we have in one place is 2. Then we have 1 3, 1 5, and 1 7. Here's our 3, here's our 5, and here's our 7. That one's already been used once, and that one's already been used for 2's. So now we can actually get the lowest common multiple of this. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12, 5 times 7, 35. So if we multiply 12 by 35, we'll get the lowest common multiple. Let's do that then. 35 times 12. Start with the 2's, always start multiplication from the right hand side. First we'll multiply the 2 by all of these numbers. 2 5's are 10. Carry the 1 over to the imaginary plus sign there. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 1, 7. Put in our magic 0. We're moving 1 step to the left. This is now not a 2 we're multiplying by, we're actually multiplying by a 10. So we have to put in our 10's here. And then 1 times 5 will be 5, and 1 times 3. When we add these numbers together, start again, right hand side for adding. 0 plus 0. 7 plus 5 is 12. Carry the 1 over. And 3 plus 1 is 4. So these cars will not meet again at exactly the same point until it's gone 420 seconds. That is when these cars at these different speeds will actually come around at exactly the same point again. So at 420 seconds, these cars will meet. Okay, can we leave it like that? Well, no, I probably wouldn't leave the answer in 420 seconds because it isn't super easy to think about exactly how many minutes is 420 seconds. If you're over 70, 80, 90 seconds, I'd probably change it into minutes. So let's just finish this calculation off nicely by converting 420 seconds to minutes. How would we do that? We'd take 420 and we would divide it by 60. You divide any number of seconds into minutes by dividing by 60. We can cancel the zeros here and we can say 6 is into 42 7 times. So 420 seconds equals 7 minutes. And then it's actually shown you a way that you can use lowest common multiples in a question. Good luck.